yesterday, Kinkleblighter. That deck's very good. It's definitely an archetype I'm happy to run back, but if you didn't catch it live yesterday, there's a video on it. It's my boy Have you played Grafted Wargear in this deck before, Bob? This deck has 0 variants. Changed my mind. I'm gonna need to see your work. I need you to show me some proof. And thanks everyone for hanging out. Most of the people stayed for some competitive coin flipping. I think it's fine to unban Stoneforge Mystic, knowing that Jeskai is one of the best decks. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think if you unban Stoneforge Mystic and it becomes a problem, you can do like you did. Is this hand good, chat? What do we think about this hand? Is this hand reasonable? Turn 1/4/4 seems okay. Seems okay. Seems passable. Seems passable. I just joined for the competitive coin flipping. That's what I'm saying, Odysseum. Chat, we have 4 draws to draw another hallowed one here. We have 4 draws. If we don't draw another hallowed one, we're going to be very unlucky. But we could have a bunch of them here, right? We could. That's just the gosh darned unluckiest here. Gosh, this is truly unfortunate. Never forget, chat. Magic is a skill game, and the better player always wins. Magic is a skill game, and the better. Got our competitive coin flipping going on. Say it with me now. Breathe in. Stoneforge is too good for modern. Stoneforge is too good for modern. Just you know, breathe deep. Channel your focus. Odysseum, thank you for the shamrock cheer. Are they dead next turn? Not quite, but you know, we're gonna tend them. I just want the privilege. All I want to do is to be able to tap out on turn 2 for a birthing pot off a Mana Dork and then die on my opponent's 3rd turn. I should be allowed to do that. We have a Flamewake Phoenix in our discard pile there. Opponent, come back. Don't you want to play Magic with me, opponent? Don't you want to play Magic with me, opponent? That's not very fair. Basic Mountain, concede. Probably burn. Do I board like they have... I should board like they have Bridge in their deck, right? That's probably a reasonable hedge. Should I board like they have Bridge in their deck? I feel like I should board like they have Bridge in their deck. I think with our cards that discard cards, bringing in the grudges is fine just as a hedge here. What do we think, chat? How do we feel about this one? Oh, they're playing 8-whack. Okay. All right. I'm supposed to BI here. I'm supposed to Flameblade Adept, right? Like 10 out of 10? Pretty sure we're supposed to Flameblade Adept here. They would have to take a Scalpel to modern. Take a hammer. They'd have to take a hammer to modern to make it truly a turn 4 format. They would have to do a lot. They'd have to ban God, what was it? They'd have to ban Grape Shot, they'd have to ban Mox Opal and Simian Spirit Guide, and a number of other things. Just, I honestly, at this point, I would just be happy with getting more toys legal into Modern than people banning more stuff. Rather than banning the stuff, can't I just have toys to play with too? Can't I just have toys to play with too? Mulliganing to Force of Will against degenerate decks and Legacy is miserable. It's not a fun experience in my opinion. I don't think that's the solution. I think the actual answer is that if you want a format to be less degenerate, you should just craft the format so it's less degenerate. Don't put things like Force of Will into it. The only reason people think Force of Will is okay in Legacy is because they're just conditioned for it to be the case. Like, there are a lot of really offensive things in Legacy to generate shit games of Magic. But people are like, we have Force of Will that we sometimes mulligan to, so it's fine. Niv with the $10 donation. Thank you very much for that. Pull your message up here. Can we just unban all the fun cards but still ban Burning Inquiry anyways? I don't have a list online, but would you be willing to play Martyr Proc? If so, add it to the queue. Yeah, Martyr Proc's a fine deck. Be happy to add that to the queue. I think I'm going to offer this trade here. I guess having a 1-2 on defense here is pretty good. Like, they're going to lose this next turn anyway, so it's basically trading this for a Goblin. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to go no attacks here. Just, like, cast this Hallowed One and pass. There is a green-blue Devotion deck in the queue. If you type !donation queue in chat, you're going to get a link to a Google Doc that'll show you everything that's in the queue. Maybe. I didn't have a Delve Threat in hand already, so I think, like, expecting to draw a Delve Threat is asking a lot. So, we have 5 cards in our discard pile here. Do I start? I think I start with Faithless Looting, because we have this Bloodghast to get rid of for free here, basically. And then we can Delve plus Flute back the Flamewake Phoenix. And then, like, we have a bunch of large butts on the ground, and we're poking them in the air, which seems decent. Then we get to add another large butt next turn. This deck's too competitive for my liking. I did board in Abrupt Decay. Those people's lives must be so sad, Cletus. Like, I can't imagine being that miserable that you have to, like, go and lash out at random strangers on the internet. Let's do that. We'll Flute Bar Piggy back into play there. You're MTG professional, Jeffrey Hoagland. That's true. That's true. I am an MTG professional. Professional Magic the Gathering player. Anyone who decides to use the word cuck as a casual insult in my channel will be permanently shown the door and not welcome back. So that's just like a really awkward word that just doesn't need to be used here. And just show you the door. Do I have a crown? I am the king, but I'm not in charge. What's going on, Anaronics? Alright, so the question here is, how aggressive do I want to start getting next turn? I probably want to pressure a little bit more, get them a little bit lower. I feel like I probably don't want to start attacking until I get them under the abyss. God, so many Wog War Marshals. I think I just play Goblin Lore to start here. See where we go from there. Just don't look it up. It's okay. It's like 2 girls, 1 cup. You really just don't need to Google it. Just don't do it. It's like all those things. You're just happy, goatsy, all those random things. Just don't look them up. You'll just be a happier, better person for not knowing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and attack. I guess they're probably not paying for this anyway, so I'm actually gonna hold on to this. I think I have a limited number of lands here. Am I delving Faithless Looting here? I'm gonna do this. See what we find. All right, it's an inquiry for next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass the turn back here. We could get like double grenade bolted here for sure. Bring me back to the day I lost my innocent. Oh, there's some... The internet enables so many wonderful things. It also enables so many terrible things. Is that when you bit your first cankle? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, no. I think we're about to get double goblin grenaded, chat. We are about to get burned out, chat. We did what we could, but we have flown too close to the sun. Maybe I shouldn't have cycled the Street Wraith. Maybe I shouldn't have cycled the Street Wraith. I didn't really know what they were doing. So these Ancient Grudges and these Abrupt Decays don't seem very good. These are good. This is good. Slagstorm seems fine. I'm gonna trim a Street Wraith, maybe. I probably don't ever want to trim Street Wraith in this deck, actually. All right. If we're not incredibly unlucky, we will both keep our hollowed ones and we will discard all of our opponent's lands. If we're not incredibly unlucky. All right. We kept a hollowed one. I'll take it. We lost our second one though. Pretty unfortunate. Come at me, Gobbo. Come at me, Gobo. I think I'm supposed to attack here. and then just pass, hold this Goblin Lore till next turn. Not taking any damage from our mana here is pretty great. This is one of the most consistent decks in this extremely low variance format that we refer to as Modern. Look, I just play the decks that people have paid me to play. Occasionally, people show up here and they want to send me money to watch me win. We played Mardu Pyromancer yesterday. Occasionally people are like, that Hogland, I like him. Let's help him win a few games today. No, I didn't want to fetch first, Bob, because I wanted to be able to discard the Bloodghast and get it back into play with that land. Obviously, we kept the Bloodghast, so like whatever, but what kind of monsters pay you to win, right? That's what I'm saying. They're sick people. They're sick people. They're sick in the head. Alright, Bolt you. Play Bloodghast with Haze. That's true. We're already up mad moto points today. Details on how donation decks work are here. If you have any questions about specifics, feel free to ask me in private. Just puts them to 3, and then we have a Drain for 2 in our hand, plus a Faithless Looting, plus some board state. The TLDR to your question is the amount you are going to donate should vary depending on how quickly you want your deck to be played. Aw, you're dead. You know what feels good? We discarded their second land with the Burning Inquiry on 1. Nobody wants to send me money. At least this deck has, like, gotcha, oh, cool moments and stuff like that. Humans just has pretty dry gameplay. While we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday, and there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. Thanks for spending part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you're not familiar with Twitch, subscriptions start at $4.99 a month, or if you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, that gets you Twitch Prime included with that for free. And that gives you a free channel subscription to a channel of your choice every single month here on Twitch. Subscriptions support me financially directly. They are quite literally the reason why I'm able to stay and play here. So big shout out to all of my wonderful subscribers. You can also support myself by checking out some of my wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards or cash direct with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. Mack Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoagleClothes, you can save 20% on your first order there. Premium shorts, underwear, socks, t-shirts, polos, all sorts of great stuff there. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anoronix, Justin Nivik, and all of y'all out there. If you are new and enjoying my stuff, please at least hit the follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and put the names of the decks that we're going to be playing on a given day in the stream title, so you can kind of know what to expect when I go live. And if you can't catch me when I go live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. 100% of the decks that I play get archived there, and I break them up by deck and by matchup so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. Cardsphere is great. Yeah, they're a card trading service. They allow you to easily coordinate with people over the internet. They kind of act as a middleman, so you don't have to directly trust the other person and rely on them not screwing you. So they're kind of a mitigating. How many people have used the Mack Weldon coupon? I think last I checked it was like 15 when they gave me a number or so, which isn't bad for like a month and a half. How much did Anoronix, Justin Nivik, and pay to get the advertising slot? The banners on my stream start at $200 USD per month, depending on what type of service you offer. Certain services I charge more for advertising for because they block out other services. For instance, I can only advertise for one Magic Online company, etc. But for generic things like sub banners and clothing sponsors and stuff like that that don't conflict with anything else, by and large, Sand seems okay. It needs like one of our gambling cards to be really good, but seems pretty reasonable. Hoglandia. Need one of them gambling cards. This Collective Brutality is looking pretty good, huh? Do I want to shock this in or do I want to put it into play tapped? I think I'm going to put this into play tapped here. How much longer do we have? I need to check. They paid for a while. I feel like there's at least another month on there. How can I keep track of resubbing with fun money? I don't know when I can sub next or give you fun money. You have to look into your Twitch settings, CK Lauk. If you dig deep into your Twitch settings, the renew date is in there. They just double suspend Rift Bolts. Vomit. It's a little sad that I'm going to burn my only discard out. I don't have any green cards in my main deck, right? Yeah, actual 0. It's a little sad that I have to burn my discard outlet while I can't cast this, hollow one, but I'm pretty sure I just want to full escalate here. I'm going to bin this Dismember and the Stomping Ground, I think. It's a pretty good one. So we're going to 18 here. We're going to go to 9 on their next turn. Yeah, it doesn't let you double up Kinklebiter. Yeah, so it doesn't let you use your Twitch Prime and then upgrade into a bigger sub, which is silly. So Cardsphere lets you cash out directly on their site, so you can use it for selling cards effectively as well, yes. I think they take a 10% fee if you cash out. It's by and large intended to be used as a trading system, but the cash out option is mostly there to ensure that nobody's like the points aren't going to inflate or anything like that. There's details on how all of it works on their website. Why not just play Angler there? Because I'm dumb. Because I'm dumb. I 10 out of 10 should have just played Angler there. Hey, Friend Week 4, thank you very much for the 4-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm not in the Smork mindset. I need to get in the Smork mindset. We're at 7, but they only have 1 card in their hand, which is sweet. God, that. I'm supposed to cycle and cast Hollowed One here, right? Yeah, the Ink Gaming stuff is great. I have a bunch of their things. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to do this and cast Hollowed One. Yeah, just putting them dead on board is better here. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Please don't kill me. Hollowtron assembled. This deck is so dumb. Like, if this was like a tier 2 deck, it would be like, this is neat. It's fun that this exists. But why is this one of the best decks in the format? It's so obnoxious. It seems so wrong that this is one of the best decks in Modern. Just like mono degeneracy. So wrong, yet so... If this is wrong, then I don't want to be right. Delve is truly obnoxious. You're not wrong. It's just a mechanic that's too good when in conjunction with cards like fetch lands. Welp. This is... I'm ready to do some competitive coin flipping. We actually played, if you want a tier 2 version of this deck, we played we played a version of this deck with Soul Flayer in it, and that deck was just a fucking plus. It was quite excellent. Quite excellent. Soul Flare. Grixis Hollow Flare was fantabulous. Alright, let's start with this. Gosh, we discarded a hollowed one. How incredibly unlucky. How incredibly unlucky. The Soul Flare is in my Diamonds in the Rough article. So my updated list that I would play is in one of my articles there from a couple weeks back. There's also a video on the YouTube channel as always. Oh, we've been to Path to Exile out of them too. That's great. We do Collective Brutality as well. Yeah. Yeah, if you think this deck doesn't do what it does consistently enough, you're not playing with players that mulligan aggressively enough. This deck is very good at doing dumb things very quickly. Land, please. Land, please. It's a little sad that I missed on the land here. Because if we would have hit on the land, I would have been able to cast the Collective Brutality and then play the hollowed one for free. But this is still pretty good for us. It's still hard to complain too much here. We could die. They could have three 1-mana, 3 damage burn spells. So we definitely want to escalate this because I don't want to get Deflecting Palmed here. So the goal is to not get Deflecting Palmed. All right, look at that. Just the quickest. This was a good deck to play. I wanted to play one more deck. And we are just smorking our way through this league. This deck has to be fucking nuts for grinding tickets with online. Like, this deck chews up and spits people out quickly. I would love to play first. Thank you for asking. Oh, is this good? How do we feel about this? And if we're not incredibly unlucky, we will keep our hollowed one and discard all of our opponent's lands. All right, well, we discarded at least one land, and we kept our hollowed boy, so let's go! Yeah, there are people who instead of having jobs just play a bunch of Magic online. Did you ever play Theme Hospital when you were younger? Also, did you... See, I did not. I haven't really followed a lot of E3 stuff. All my video gaming stuff isn't really video games. It's Magic and card games, so... We also been to Bloodghast. Yeah, we kept our hollowed one and we've been to Bloodghast, so... God bless, God bless. This Grafted Wargear actually seems kind of fucking sweet. I wonder if they're going to take our Grafted Wargear here. I feel like they need to, right? I have no idea. It's got to be miserable, though. Like grinding Magic online has to just be miserable. You know, I don't know why they took this. I feel like I'm supposed to just save it here. If they had a way to kill this, they probably would have played it, right? I guess they could have... They discarded Archangel Avacyn. They probably have Devoted Druid in their hand, right? So I think I'm going to keep the Collective Brutality, assuming they're a Devoted Druid deck. Although Inquisition, they have double Inquisition. That's probably not a Devoted Druid deck. I think I'm just supposed to pass here and not let them know that they have this. Just, use this to be able to, kill a Scavenging Ooze could be a reasonable card they could play here. That Collective Brutality is pretty dope against. Dope. Do the kids say dope? Is that, am I hip if I say dope, chat? Am I down with the lingo? And I say dope, so probably not. Why you have to be so old, Burgle? So I feel like if they had a path, they would have pathed me on 1. They could have like a fatal push here for my Bloodghast though. So I'm gonna graft the Wargear onto my hollowed one. And smash here. Dank is the new go-to word. Okay. They could Abrupt Decay my Wargear. That's true. Oh man, do they have the path? Wow, my read was wrong. Okay, I guess I should have duressed them last turn. I thought for sure they just didn't have it. Based on their sequencing. I put Wargear on the hollowed one because I expected them to have a fatal push or an Abrupt Decay. Because I thought they would have killed the hollowed one before I had a chance to attack with it otherwise. This is kind of absurd. Well, was that a good exchange for us, chat? Was that a good exchange? I feel like that was an okay exchange on our end. Oh, you know what? I should have equipped this in case they have a Liliana. Last hope. I want to bring the Bloodghast back into play right away in case they have a Scavenging Ooze. Pulsed my Wargear, eh? It's a pretty good one. I think I'm going to spot check for removal here really quick. I'm going to attack first and then use Brutality. I think I'm going to escalate the Brutality too since I have a fetch in play currently. Just like drain them. If this hits them, drain puts them to 5, which makes the Gurmag lethal next turn. See, like Battle Cattle, that could be a little annoying. Path, Lingering Souls. Obviously, we're taking Path. Alright, so they get to make 4 dorks, but they're kind of on chump blocking duty. I wonder if they drew that they're in the tank. What is better than just souls? Flashback souls? Feels like not a lot. Perfect. I'm gonna slam this Hollow Boy into play. 5 mana 4/4s, just like Mark Rosewater intended. Now, playing things for 1 mana is a pretty big deal. If you're looking to be one of those tryhards this weekend at GP Vegas, this is probably one of the decks you should consider. If you're interested in giving yourself a competitive advantage by playing a real deck, this is probably a good one to have on your radar. People don't like playing combo decks, Zach. In my experience, combo decks have to be really fucked for most people to play them. What do I think about Lingering Souls in this deck? I think I don't have enough experience one way or another to know if that's a good idea or not. So, Fatal Push and Abrupt Decay both seem reasonable. Terminate seems fine too, I just want to kill their stuff. I think Collective Brutality is probably a little mediocre here. This is an Engineered Explosive matchup, probably. It clears out their Lingering Souls, and it can kill things like Grafdigger's Cage and other graveyard hate. What are my last 2 trims here? Oh, they're playing Abzan. I should probably Blood Moon them, huh? They're playing Abzan. I should probably Blood Moon them. What am I trimming? I need cuts, chat. We need cuts. Need 4 cuts. Bolts aren't amazing was gonna be my gut. Let's try this. I think boarding in Grudge is overdoing it. I'm bringing in Abrupt Decay and 2 copies of Engineered Explosives. That should be enough anti-graveyard hate cards. If they have more than that, they just wanted it more than us. Adept's okay. I could see trimming Adept. I don't know, Adept's one of our better cards at killing them through graveyard hate, which is nice, because it's just like a good aggressive creature. That's true. Grafted Wargear would turn on extra artifact hits that they could have. It's possible that Spellbomb's their graveyard hate too, like people are talking about. And then Spellbomb's not particularly amazing against us. Because, like, they don't want Grafdigger's Cage in their Lingering Souls deck. They don't want Rip in their Goyf Lingering Souls deck. I would just like the record to reflect that Wargear was very good in that first game. I'd like the record to reflect that I've been impressed with Wargear in the game we put it into play. This hand is amazing, right? This shitter into this, into this. And, like, some of our cards are going to change here because they're a discard deck, but, like, this hand is very good. Deal. Holland 1 is a fair and interactive card. Thanks for the 13 months prototype. Do I cycle Street Wraith before Goblin Loring next turn? Probably. Probably. I just want, like, max discards to make my Flameblade go apeshit. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck to get a link to a deck list in chat. That's true. If we draw Faithless Looting, it's the guaranteed Hollow Boy play. Is this Collective Brutality escalated? Smells like Brutality. Yep. This is very good. They can take our Goblin Lore away here. So looking for a discard spell. In my experience playing with and against the Scales deck so far, they've been really unimpressive when you don't have your namesake. I can't play the Gurmag there. Playing the Gurmag wasn't an option. Yeah, I agree. I didn't articulate that, but I counted. If we could have played Gurmag there. Did they discard their extra land to Brutality and then miss their third land drop? God, the fucking greed. God, that's so incredibly greedy. Only gains attack on discard. Sure. Now we're gonna windmill this bitch. Nice spell bomb. Go. Goblin Lore gives you a free hollowed one. Cathartic Reunion does not. Yeah, I agree. Spellbomb is not great here. Spellbomb is aggressively medium against us. Jeff, when you play, stands by you, turbo. I would, if I'm allowed to put Bayous in it, sure. I prefer not to play decks that are playing bad cards strictly for budget reasons. So like, are we finally? All right, sure. I was like, are they finally gonna cycle the spell bomb? Nope. They have another 2-drop here? They must have another Goyf, right? Holy fuck, do they not have another Goyf? Good gosh. Alright, well, let's do this and smash, I guess. God, wow. They had a... Okay, yep. I'm really... It's a shame we could never beat their graveyard hate. It's a shame they had their graveyard hate on one, chat. It's a shame. It's a shame they had their graveyard hate on one. It's completely unbeatable. Yep, Leyline is much better than this card in this matchup. No, I just think what people are doing in Legacy is far more powerful than what this deck's doing. I think what this deck is doing just isn't anywhere near powerful enough for Legacy on average. Very chump blocks. And then we have this land to play post-combat. I'm actually going to cycle a hollowed one here to start. See what we get. That's kind of funny. Wow, they didn't spellbomb my blood. Your move. Go. Go. No, I don't think so. Like, if we play the EE out, we expose it to things like artifact removal, which is a real drawback. Okay, when I play the Blood Moon, do they finally crack the Spellbomb? What do you think? Nope. Okay. I don't know what they're waiting for at this point, but sure. If they have another Goyfier, we could be in trouble a little bit. Oh, they don't want to shrink Goyf. Yeah, that's funny. I didn't even think about that. Discard Swamp, Hollowed One. Get out of here. What do we got? What are we thinking? Eh? No, I don't want to attack because they can crack the Spellbomb and make their Goyf a 5/6, chat. If they crack their Spellbomb, their Goyf becomes a 5/6. So that's why I didn't attack there. How excited do you think they were that their sideboard card was in their opening hand that game, and they just never activated it? You're not going to see that line. I don't think we were far enough behind that I needed to hope that they punted. Your opponent doesn't know that it has activation. Oh, this is just like 1 mana discard a card, right? Just 1 mana artifact, discard a card, stays in play. I don't know that Grafted Wargear is played in this deck in general, but it was like fucking sweet in the first game we had it out in. Seemed great. Attacking with 5/3 Bloodghast is kind of hot fire. I can't. Sliding the Grafted Wargear on a bird has to just be the stone cold nuts, right? We have 3-0 in this league. Now, there's no way we can 5-0 leagues in a day, right? There's got to be some kind of rule against that. Pretty sure that's not allowed. Yep. This deck has a very good Tron matchup. For those who are unfamiliar. When you play good decks, it's allowed. Fair. We 5-0'd with blue-red Possibility Storm. I'm gonna play this. Next turn, we'll be able to go Brutality, discard 2, bring the Bloodghast back, play Hollowed 1. No, things don't get published on YouTube until I finish up. For the day. So it's uploaded. I will format it and publish it later. This is a little bit annoying. But thankfully, our Jackal Pups are very scary, so they won't be able to block next turn. Does get to block our Bloodghast for free, though. Huh. I think I'm still supposed to just Brutality here, right? If I mill 2, I can't Brutality this turn necessarily. Oh yeah, I guess I can, right? I can mill 2 and then... Nah, I think I just trip mode Brutality here. Well, I guess we're pretty unlikely to hit a spell out of their hand anyways. This powers up the Flame Blades more? Yeah, God, that's great. That's so fucking insane. I could just cast this for 1 here. Yeah, I think I just pay a mana for this and hold on to the Brutality for now. I think I just like cast the Hollowed 1, Bolt the Mantis Rider. This is a pretty good turn 3. Average. No, this is WotC sanctioned gambling. You can't call a judge on me. This is WotC sanctioned this gambling. They printed all these cards intentionally. I know they banned all the anti-cards, but these cards are still legal for whatever reason. I'm preparing you for GP Vegas coverage this weekend, chat. Humans versus Hollow Poop. Reflector Mage here is pretty good. Although I guess this Brutality is going to be a little bit brutal for him, right? I guess if I wait on the Bolt, I take 1 less damage here, technically. I just played Faithless Looting here, right? Pretty sure. No, I definitely want to flash back to looting this turn, so I want to hit them for 6. Definitely want to hit them for 6. Hitting them for 6 seems great here. If 4 cards in hand, we'll just see how many blockers they would play. If they have another Reflector Mage, we could get into some trouble here. If they don't have another Reflector Mage, we'll probably be decent. Another Lieutenant here, maybe? This was the deck that made Andrew stop playing Modern Jet. He was just like, it's such fucking garbage games of Magic. I can't say I blame him. It's Phantasmal Image. Yep. Well, that seems good for us. Are they dead? They should be dead now, right? If I double escalate this, these go to 3 power, and they go to 5. Then they have to double block one of these, so they take 3/5. Yeah, so they're dead. They'd have to have, like, Dismember. Confirmed dead. I'm glad my Jackal Pups are menacing, chat. God bless them. God bless them and their scurriness. They're so scurry. They're so scurry. Yep, Menace and Flying are both very obnoxious mechanics as far as interaction goes. Humans, it basically is, yep. It's the best fish deck fish could ever be. A better fish deck than fish could ever dream of being. It's an explosives matchup. Yep, 10 out of 10 agree extras. Cowards can't block warriors. Grafted Wargear is probably insane in this matchup, right? What am I supposed to cut? Bloodghast is pretty mediocre here. Their things are big enough that they just block it. Guess like trim those. Pretty sure I want all of the removal. Maybe I don't want the Abrupt Decay just because I don't want to fetch green mana. I don't want to prioritize green mana. We're 3-0 in this league. Older versions of this deck used to play Fiery Temper. I don't think we're blanking those cards. So, like, I feel like we're gonna get Reflector Mage and it's gonna suck and we just have to play through it. Just gotta play through the pain, chat. Need 2 more cuts here. I think the push is good. I could see giving up some Street Wraiths. Everybody, I'm okay. I'm gonna talk about Blood Moon. I don't think you should Blood Moon the Humans deck, chat. The only reason you should try and Blood Moon the Humans deck, in my opinion, is if your deck is so fucking bad against humans, you think the only possible way you can win a game is by stealing it completely with a card that's otherwise mediocre against them. Now, in addition to Aether Vial and Noble Hierarch, the humans deck can just get on the board. Very quickly, which makes those cards very medium. So, like, and not to mention, Blood Moon's not completely free. Our deck only has 1 basic swamp, and it doesn't have a ton of ways to fetch it. I'd rather have Thoughtseize, Burgle. No joke. I think they're both pretty shitty, but I think Thoughtseize is less shitty. Kinda. I think a deck like Mardu would just rather have another Doomblade. Like, I think Mardu has enough. You tend to leave in Moon overseas? Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just have more Doomblades. I'll play this EE for 2, I think. Smack them here. Like, even if you're on the play, the humans deck got 2 turns to deploy threats to the board, and that assumes you had Blood Moon on 2, and they didn't have Kite Sail Freebooter. So, Engineered Explosives with Sunburst only cares about the number of colors of mana you paid into it. It doesn't explicitly care about X. So when you cast this Engineered Explosives against Thalia, X is technically 1, and then we pay an extra 1 from here, but that mana was still paid for this card, so it still counts as spending that mana. I'm gonna cast this Brooding Inquiry and just find 3 hollowed ones here and put them in play. Only 1 hollowed one. It's pretty unlucky. We binned an Ancient Ziggurat. So we'll see if they found another 3rd land in the other cards we gifted them. We did bin a Reflector too. That's probably more important than binning the Ziggurat, honestly. It's not. I just timed that person out. If people want to correct me on rules and then be wrong on the rule that they're trying to correct me on, they can just go away. Makes my life a lot simpler. No, I'll just bolt this and crack them for 5 here. They like missed a land drop again. Am I supposed to dismember this and crack them for 5 because the bolt is reach? Yeah, fuck it. They could have another blocker here, because they did cast that for mana. They're like a champion of the parish. I feel a little bit bad here. Even another Noble Hierarch's pretty medium for me. Yeah. Maybe I'm just supposed to kill the Thalia. I didn't really want to kill the Thalia because I have this Engineered Explosives on 2. Yeah, if they have a Reflector Mage here now, we're probably just dead. Ripped it in half and left. They don't have a Reflector Mage. They just have more 2-drops, which could be in a pretty okay spot here. Mantis Rider's going to kill us pretty quickly, though. Yep. I'm going to turn this Brutality and bring this Street Wraith back in. Let's just be as aggressive as possible on the play. Seems fine. Yep. Do I just pass here? I just pass, right? Weaponized variants, let's go. Because I wasn't winning the game. I was taking 5 there down to 7, then I had to like pump the brakes. We're just gonna get further and further behind and die. Thank you, Terrace, for the 3-month resubscription. I think I just pass. And then hopefully this Goblin Lore treats us well. Lost our fish. Kept our friends though, so that's good. I'm a goddamn professional. That's not true. We're not guaranteed to win here. They could definitely like have Reflector Mage. Do they not have a land? Holy dicks, they're fucked. Well then. Alrighty. How about a big old cup of get fucked? Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it, chat. Alright, we're gonna play the big fish this turn, and next turn we'll get that one. This deck's okay. I can see myself playing this deck again. Don't you take this away from me, Burgle. Don't you take my destroying both their Aether Vials away from me. Don't you. This is a proud moment. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Okie dokie. We're gonna put them to 1 because this land deals damage to them. Why didn't he on 1 blow up Gurmag? Asking the real questions. It's the Venega boys. We like to party. We like to party. If you were a child in the late 90s, early 2000s, it's also the Six Flags theme song. I'd say this deck is perfectly placing all of its red, but we also play black. Just get him. Just gonna run him down. That's gonna be our last match of the afternoon, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back probably tomorrow night with more Magic. I think I'm gonna be on tomorrow afternoon for Hex and Hearthstone for people that like non-Magic card games. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel as always. My subscribers are the folks that keep me here day in and day out. Check out some of our wonderful sponsors. Traders would love to buy and sell some Magic online cards with you, and if you use code Hogan PayPal, check out them. You'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles using promo code Jeff5. You can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags there. And of course, myself and the wonderful staff here would like to welcome everyone to Hoaglandia. Please talk to your friendly neighborhood moderator about receiving your complimentary timeout. Yeah, this is probably fine, right? Dealer's choice, and by that I mean we're going to lose the Goblin Lore. The Wargear was very good the one game we've played it so far. No, they're probably not 8-rack. 8-rack would have put us on the play, right? Hollowed ones, hollowed ones, hollowed ones. Gosh, we're so unlucky, chat. It is unreasonable how unlucky we are. Opponent. Somebody put Dark Confidant in your black-green deck. Just keep practicing, you'll get there, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, I believe. I am just gonna 3-mode this bitch. Wow, swing and a miss. Okay. I think we're supposed to 3-mode that there. I think we kill them on average. I think they have a card to take on average a lot of the time. Maybe that's aggressive. It's also possible I'm supposed to play the Flameblade Adept out first there so I can get these birds back later. I assume this is fetch a basic, slam the Bloodbraid Elf here. We are 4-0 in this league. This is game 1 in the 5th match. It's a big boy. It's a big boy, chat. Lands? You have two birds in my bin, too? Have you heard about my birds? I said a bird. Bubber's a word. I said a bird. Have you heard about my bird? Maybe I'm supposed to trade. I'm probably supposed to smash there. Yeah, I think I should have smashed with everything. So they would go to 9 and then these would have haste next turn. Yeah, I think I was supposed to smash with everything. I think that was a mistake. On June 18th, your life will change, Trevor, but until then, you'll receive no more donations from us. Thanks for the bits, Biotic Broccoli. No, because I want to play the Flamewake out. I want to play the Flamewake out that turn, so that way, or get the Flamewake going that turn. I definitely should have smashed with these. It was a mistake not to. That's interesting. Oh, that made the Goyf bigger. Huh. Hey, opponent, how you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you trade them, Bloodbraid Elves. You trade them up. Swap them up, baby. They take this hit, they go to 5, yep, and then the Grafted Wargear. We still have lethal with Wargear next turn anyways, right? Your employment's been terminated, huh? So just like hoping we don't draw a land here. They're gonna like land Edict us. Actually, it's really funny that Grafted Wargear on one bird gets the other bird back. This is match number 5. We're currently 4-0. Yeah, we had flashback looting as well. We had a lot of things going for us there. I don't think we're supposed to Blood Moon Jund. Pretty sure we're not supposed to Blood Moon Jund. Brutality seems pretty bad here. Because they generally have plenty of basics, and one of their colors is red anyways. I think especially on the draw, I'm just supposed to like leave my threat said. Well, yeah, because the opponent was no longer there, so they didn't have a health total, so they can't have haste. I need one more cut here. I like already need one more cut is the thing, chat. So like, what am I supposed to cut? I don't think I like all of the cards here. I think our primary game plan is just good against them. That's not my deck list. So like most deck lists we play, that is not my deck list. I really don't like Worship. I think it's a pretty bad Magic card. Yeah, I can see trimming an Adept. That seems fine. I like that. No, I think Explosives is pretty important. It kills Grafdigger's Cage, and it kills their 2-drops and stuff. Honestly, this Wargear is probably great. No, I want ways to kill their things. Taking Scavenging Ooze and their larger threats off the table buys us a lot of time. I think Blood Moon on the play is fine. I think when we're on the play, it's pretty okay. Maybe I'll cut the other 2 Flameblade Adepts and bring in Blood Moon on the play. I resubbed, but it doesn't show on screen. Anywho, thanks for the ride. Hola, thanks for the 6 months. You have to submit the message like that before it pops up. I appreciate it. That was the blue, white, enduring ideal list where we had them locked out. My opponent has lost connection to the game. Okie doke. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these treasure chests. If we 5-0 twice today, that's so many chesties, chat. That's so many chesties. Hopefully our opponent just destroys us so I don't have to figure out what to do with the chest. What's your recommended beverage type for when I turn 21? I only drink the type of alcohol that tastes like candy. The only alcohol I drink is like if Alcohol and Jolly Ranchers like made it and produced a drink. Yeah, you sell the treasure chest. That's what you do with them. That's the actual answer. Prototype with the $2.50 donation. Alrighty, open one of them. Thank you. Or if you want to watch me, open a chest for a $2.50 donation, I will do so. Nick WK, I just play with the people pay me to play. This isn't my fault. This isn't my fault. Don't blame me. I didn't do it. He's dead, Jim. Wow, getting a Terminate out of that feels really good. Well, I'm not sure it's possible for our hand to get worse, so let's just run this again, I suppose. Alright. Well, we kept Flamewake in our hand, which kind of sucks, but we do have a Gurmag for next turn, I suppose, an Abrupt Decay. We have a Bloodghast in the bin. So our current 4 is okay. Not amazing, but fine. Deal. We did kill some Tarmogoyfs. We did kill some Tarmogoyfs, virtually, kinda. The best part here is they're gonna look at our deck and see that we don't have Blood Moon. They forgot to take the Bloodghast out of our discard pile. Yeah, I mean, Burgle, there's a reason why, like, I have the green-black list I built. I had, like, 1 cage in my sideboard as Graveyard Hate. I don't think boarding in Graveyard Hate is good in matchups like this, and I just didn't do it. Wait, they missed a land drop, too? We made them discard 3 lands with a Burning Inquiry, and they're missing their 3rd land drop? Fuck this deck. Just everything about this Hollowed One deck, just fuck all of it. It's so rancid. Why is this a deck that is legal in Modern? Just go ahead and throw this deck back in the queue. Sounds good, Wraithborn. Will do. Oh, this game has way less variance than Hearthstone. Just infinitely less. All right, we had someone donate to open a chest. Open one of these. We're running hot today. Look at that. Diabolic. The run hots have ended, chat. Matt's gonna, like, find out that I 5-0'd with this deck today and be super pissed that I didn't play it at the team event last weekend. He's gonna be like, you could have played a good deck and killed people. Magic is a skill game. Thank you. Thank you for the bets. All right, I have to do my post-stream wrap-up and get things formatted and published on YouTube. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Remember, I won't be live with Magic tomorrow morning or afternoon. GP Vegas is going to be streaming tomorrow afternoon for people that want your fill of Modern events. I will be back probably tomorrow night after GP Vegas wraps up, so the exact start time of that will vary depending on how long the GP runs. And if you didn't watch the Possibility Storm deck from earlier today and you're looking for something sweet to watch, so I'm going to hit publish on YouTube in the next 5 minutes. It was definitely the sweetest deck we played today. It was also very competitive. Extras, thank you for the ad mining bits as always. I appreciate it. I'll catch all y'all around later. Everybody, have a good weekend if I don't see you again before Monday. So peace, folks.